All right. Welcome back to the Nortex Mining YouTube channel. Boy, it's been a long summer, but it went by really quickly. Um, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Good to see you guys again. Good to talk to you again. Appreciate you greatly. And let's go ahead and jump in here. So, it's been a minute, huh? The summer came, the light hotspot upgrade happened in May, and I kind of took a break there from doing some videos, not because of the bear market blues or anything, or the precipitous drop in earnings, as you can see. But really, it was just to kind of spend more time with the family. Summer is a busy time, and was just really looking to you know have that time to be able to travel and do some things. We had a bunch of trips and vacations and all these kinds of things planned, and so it kind of took quite a few weekends out of the mix, and that's kind of when I have the time to do this kind of stuff. So um, that's basically the story on that. um, the monthly earnings, I think, were getting to be a little tedious, and especially with how far things have dropped. I mean, does it really make sense for me to do monthly earnings here? So I think what I'm going to do moving forward is I'm going to jump to quarterly earning updates. But the light hotspot upgrade um, did not exactly go in my favor here. So between April and May, kind of some final numbers here. I mean, that was a pretty big drop there, 7 HNT, and really from some of my top performers. Um, I think that's what hurt the most. Kind of between those two right there. Um, and yeah, everything else kind of seemed to stay okay. These two I ended up relocating. There's nothing really that drives me that crazy other than hardware sitting idle, but again, just with summer and weekends being taken up by family events and stuff like that, I just couldn't find the right time to get out and relocate these things properly. But here in June, we've been able to see some stuff. There is one other update here that happened. One of my sense caps took some water damage, so I was replacing that with one of these bobcats, and so now this one is back online and doing really well. So it's kind of interesting to see how this sense cap was struggling. This one was outdoors, and then I moved it back actually indoors to an upstairs attic area, and that has really kind of solved the issue here. This sense cap had been performing pretty poorly. This heat map kind of shows a little bit clearer how well 2021 went in comparison to how 2022 is going. Um, and I think just by and large, I mean, I'm really only doing pretty well with maybe like these three um, at this point. So, you know, what I thought were going to be great locations in 2021 turned out to be good locations. And then as time has gone on, it's just gotten lower and lower in terms of raw earnings. So I might redo this heat map for 2022 to see, kind of, or maybe, after the light hotspot upgrade and kind of recalibrate and see like what was a hot month and where was that. But as long as I'm doing above network average, that's kind of what I'm shooting for. So again, like these three here have been doing pretty well. These 1, 2, 3 are like kind of close. I think network average is probably in the like 2.4 range. So a little bit of work to do still, but yeah. So this one I'm gonna get redeployed. I dried it all out, and everything, tested it out, made sure it was working still, and it's still going. So I'm gonna have to redeploy this one, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm just trying to get above network average across these nine and see what happens. Um, this Freedom Fi one is uh, gonna be earning some mobile tokens here pretty soon. Um, let's go see what else. So in terms of what I cashed out, I kind of tried to get a little cute with it and save earnings from March and April and then cash them out. I think at some point in May is when I cashed them out, and I tried to get cute with it because I thought, oh man, here it goes. We're going to be going down some more. Let me just cash out what I can and then wait, and maybe I can just like swing trade it or something and pick up some more HNT. But um, didn't end up happening. So I ended up just kind of cashing out June and July's earnings basically in May. And so now we're back. So again, the amount of HNT that I've cashed out to help pay for the hardware is about 4,800. Um, the other update here is I did inject and I did purchase a CBRS antenna and then another 5G setup. So that was 3060 from CalChip for those three pieces of equipment, and I'm looking to get that earning mobile ASAP and just kind of stack mobile as much as possible for now. So um, all in hardware costs right now are at about 18 to again, maybe if you're new here, I had hardware sitting idle that I was not okay with. And like I said, a bunch of these locations went from being great to being good, and the good locations went from being good to being maybe decent, and then the things just got very saturated very quickly. So, um, at any rate, all in all, selling and mining earnings, um, I'm only at negative 1,500 so far. And of course, I'm not including the price of the hardware that I'm holding on to, and these are just estimates for used hardware prices based on eBay and stuff, right? I mean, Bobcats, SenseCaps, everything's going for like $200 now, something like that. So I'm heavily discounting these things. These small cells are probably going to retain their value a little bit better, but I just kind of put 500 in here as an estimate. So not including the hardware that I have, not including the retained earnings in the wallet. So um, there's definitely still plenty of value here between the hardware and the coins that all this has made. This is just what I spent minus, um, or sorry, yeah, what I've spent again as a negative number, and then adding in all the revenue from mining and from offloading some of these miners that I had and just had too many. I tried to scale too fast, too quickly, and it was just not smart. Not smart. So I took some risk off the table and ended up getting rid of those, selling those to other people in the community. And yeah, that's basically where I'm at. And we'll see how fast these mobile earnings pay off. But um, that has been my 12 months of helium mining. What is the total here? The total here is about 358. So even if I would have held on to everything, um, still, I mean, it's not a huge amount. I mean, if you've seen people that started mining earlier in 2021, maybe in March or April of 2021, this number's way bigger. This is not through end of April. This is through end of July. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, this is really nothing. 358. It kind of almost begs the question of, for all this that I put into it and all this trouble, was it actually worth it? And in terms of dollar amounts, I mean, I think you can see here, even though I'm still maybe down 1,500, I still have about $1,500 of coin in there and all the hardware. So, um, I really think it's been worth it. I really still do believe Helium has a bright future. And more importantly, Helium introduced me to crypto mining, and this was, I think, kind of in my wheelhouse, an easy way to get into it. I hadn't really built PCs before or gone into GPUs that heavily, and back in this time frame, they were just so expensive. Um, so now that GPU prices have come down, I've started to reevaluate and kind of do some more analysis on, okay, does it make sense for me to put more money into helium mining equipment or more money into GPU mining, and what does that look like with the ETH merge coming up here in about a month. So interesting times. If you're interested in the journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going for 200 subscribers. I know it's like nothing, right? Why do I even do these? But it's kind of cool to just track my journey and see where it goes. I mean, I'm fully anticipating mining through the next bull phase and into the next bear market too. I mean, I'm kind of hooked. I've got the bug. I love tinkering. I love building things with my hands. So it's going to be a fun ride. So go ahead and come along for the ride. But with that, definitely couldn't be. Well, I could be happier, right? The price of helium could be a lot higher, which I would still love. But overall, the 12 months of mining helium's taught me a lot of good lessons learned. So um, we'll see where this leads, and yeah, just I guess the main thing I want you guys to take away from this video is if you can keep your costs low, that's really going to be the best thing, and you'll be able to optimize and maximize your earnings potential from that. So keep those costs low and get those earnings high. I'll see you guys on the next one.